So welcome back. We finished with agriculture, and now we're going to talk about the growth and development of industry in the same period, 1950 to 1990. And in this, we are going to talk about the importance of industries, how it brings about an absolute change in the economy. So it brings about economic growth in its wake. Any country which is industrialized, especially in India, like it has absorbed the surplus labor. That means it gives employment, it generates employment, and then it gives inputs to agriculture. That is, mechanization of agriculture also takes place because of the industries. Then capital formation in our country and an economy takes place. Then it helps in increasing the standard of living, and there's more like consumerism as we see, and with that we also have what is known as a demonstration effect. Effect is something like, if my neighbor has uh, the latest model of a car, I surely would want to buy that. Then also it helps in better utilization of the natural resources. That way, for example, if we have enough of the resource of water, maybe we can use that to generate electricity, and for that we need turbines, etc. So that is by only if we produce that kind of machinery, and which is possible with industrialization. Then it promotes infrastructural growth. With the industry promotes that, like, for example, energy, communication, transport, etc. You build those uh, vehicles to do that. Then it brings about foreign trade. It helps in foreign trade, and today, because of that, the world itself has become a global economy. It's not just goods and services, it's even ideas, and that's what is all globalization all about. So I want you to just see this. I hope that you can see this while I hope in some of the videos I see that my hand just goes haywire and then the can't see it. All right, so importance of industry. It is very important because it it is the basis of economic growth. As the national income increases, the GDP increases, gross domestic product increases, there we can see a structural transformation in the economy. Industry starts replacing agriculture as bringing about growth. Why? Because industry produces a wide range of goods which the consumers would like to consume as their income increases, which is not there in agriculture, because once the necessity of life have been met, then the you don't just spend more on agriculture. That means there is low income elasticity of demand. So that is there. And then another thing is that it's a source of employment, because we've seen that Indian agriculture is already burdened with extra people whom we call disguised unemployed, and then we have seasonal unemployment going on. So they have a large supply of labor force which is not doing much work, so these can be gainfully employed here in industry. And then we see that not only as an employment generator, but it also is a source of mechanized means of farming, which means that in farming we can use machines like tractors, threshers, harvesters, and because of this there has been a growth of production and productivity in agriculture. So, with this expansion, we have been able to produce enough food for us. So, we have at least gone towards self sufficiency in food production. And then we can also see that the there has been an infrastructural growth in the economy. That means we have we need for industrial development, we need means of transport, communication, banking, insurance services, etc. And if we have a good infrastructure, it brings about a good growth. And then we also see that, I don't know if I mentioned, but yes, this brings about industry, brings about an increase in the standard of living. So with that, we have a new way of life. We look at each other for betterment. We also think about, sometimes we really don't need things, but because we see our neighbors having that particular product, we would like to have that. So that could be consumerism. We can say, we can have a word term for that, demonstration effect. So we find that for economic growth and development, it is very important that there has been an increase in foreign trade, and foreign trade brings about a sort of a globalization. It promotes not only foreign trade of goods and services, but also ideas. So we see that how important industrial development is for any economy in the world, and more so Indian economy. So that's what we've done.